Hi,
I
you
love
are
that.
sideways
I, lo-
currently.
I love that.
Hi. Ooh, am I sideways right
You
now?
are. I
You
think you need to.
are. Could
Everybody
you
just
flip
do
it?
this.
Yep. Let me just here, I can turn me this way too. This better.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.
So it's pronounced SIESKI, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm really good. Yeah. How are
Good.
you?
Great.
Now I can see you. I was looking at just myself and I'm like, okay, it's better.
Who is this random voice talking to me? Yeah, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Like what style of music do you play? Where are you from?
Yeah. Well, I'm 25 years old and I'm back in Vancouver now, which is where I'm from. But I lived in Toronto for 7 years, studying theater and then working in music and theater. But yeah, my style is kind of indie folk, alternative, I guess, although I feel like genre is kind of blurring these days. So sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what genre I am, but I'm something.
Awesome. And like who are your favorite artists, would you say?
Right now, I love Moses Sumney. They are like one of my top artists, or like Arlo Parks, Leanne LaHavis I've been listening to a lot. So definitely like kind of singer-songwriter. I'm really into like vocal layering stuff, harmonies, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the song you're playing today. What's the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, so this song is called Scale Model, and it's pretty much about a time 2 years ago in my life when I was just working every single customer service job you could imagine. And I felt like I was just spreading myself so thin, working late nights, early mornings. And so I sort of felt like I was literally like just a thing in a scale model of my life rather than actually living my life. So it was very, it was overwhelming, and like I'm someone who struggled with mental health, so it's definitely a bit about how I've navigated that throughout my life. Yeah,
It's very interesting. So whenever you're ready, take it away.
absolutely. I'm just gonna change my audio to this one.
It's been a day, it's been a week, losing my hair in the shower. It's been a month, it's been a year, stopping for too many flowers. Something out of movie. Tell me, is it true? Something out of movie. Tell me, is it true? We sit in circles on the pavement, knowing that we are enabling, caught up in the chase and drinking white wine from the bottle, living large and scale models, empty pockets with our hands full.
We're going to go to the judges for some feedback, and we are going to start with CJ.
Alrighty.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I think the second half after your break there was stronger than the first. I think your voice has a very subtly sweet singer-songwritery tone to it that I am partial to. Again, second half stronger than the first. I, I'm kind of confused a little bit, and the other judges will say that's nothing out of the norm, but I'm struggling with with what I want to say, to be honest. I'm thinking more of my vote than anything else. Sam?
Okay. Jen, what are you saying?
Saying something now that I'm unmuted. SIESKI, I am saying this with a caveat that I'm not a big fan of that style of music, okay? So I know that I have a bias, but I still feel like the song is too linear. You know, there's no rise and fall. And I get that that's that kind of style, that dissonant kind of, style in there. I think there are some vocal issues. I think that, there's a lot of pitch issues there. And so, yeah, that's just basically my feedback.
Kate, what about you?
Your style reminds me kind of a Kate Bush, like, a lot of different changes, sort of like magical in some places, and takes, kind of takes you to another place. So I totally get what you're doing with the structure of your song. I just think for your voice, I would love to hear something more simplified so that we can hear more of what your voice can do, because I think it's getting a little lost in the amount of changes. So hard without the instrumentals behind you and just having your piano there, because I'm sure that you'd probably be adding in so much production, different elements that would kind of help your voice carry along. So I do think you're like a real artist, so I would love to hear something more simplified.
Shane.
Yeah, it was a little all over for me too. There were CJ said it perfectly. Kind of the second part of that song, I kind of connected a little bit better than I did the first. Definitely singer-songwriter. There were pitch issues, but again, by Zoom, that's kind of hard to really tell how much are pitch issues and how much are coming through on this. It was okay. And Kate, I think, hit it. There wasn't something I could just sink my teeth in and go, yes. It was kind of a little bit all over the place for me.
And Eric, what about you?
I find you very interesting, SIESKI. Like, you have such an interesting, like, I look at you and I'm like, whoa, I used to live in Vancouver. And when I look at you, I think about like a girl you could like, do the gross grind with, but then also go for pints after at the Canby. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, she gets it. You guys don't. I look at you and I'm like, yeah, definitely. It's an interesting Vancouver feel.
What are you even talking about? What are you talking about?
Listen, you guys have learned
the
by
grouse
now.
Grind?
The grouse grind, not the gross
grouse grind.
No. The gross grind is something I do on weekends in Hamilton. No, as you guys should learn by now, when I go off on these things, they usually come to a nice crescendo and a point. I like that style of music. It makes me feel, first of all, comfortable. It's kind of like a movie sound. Like there's even the line where you said it's like something from a movie, or this is like a movie. I can't quite remember the exact line, but I'm like, yeah, this kind of feels like a movie. It's kind of a soundtracky vibe, and I like it. I like the whimsicalness, and I like that looking at you makes me want to do the gross grind, but then go for a pint. It makes me comfortable, and I think that's just your strong point.
So, Eric, I'll stick with you. We have to do a vote for the judges. And SIESKI, you need 3 out of 5 to go through to the next round. And since we're on you, Eric, I'd love to hear if you are a yes or a no.
I am going to say, for vibes and comfortability alone, it's a yes from me.
Okay, thank you. Shane?
No for me.
Kate?
I think you're really an artist, so I'm going to say yes.
So it's 2 yeses, 1 no. Jen Beavis?
It's going to be a no for me. I think we need some work.
Okay, and CJ. So how many yeses is that? That's 2, right?
We're tied. This comes down to CJ, which is going to put even
down to
more
CJ.
pressure on his shiny head.
I feel like my shiny head is about to explode. What are we doing? I'm a yes. We'll see you in the next round.
Yes.
There we go. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Oh man, thank you so much. Wow.
Don't do the gross grind.
Go do the grouse
I
grind.
look bad now, CJ. Thank you so much.
Come to the grouse grind with me. Seriously.
Honestly, TMI.
Not the grouse grind. Not the grouse grind. The grouse grind. It's a hike, guys. You freaks.
All right, listen. Well, we discussed that. SIESKI, you go, and you know what? We will see you in the next round, and Eric will give us a little taste of what he's talking about. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.